Okay, so got here on time, thankfully. That coffee run was running a little bit close there, but I got here with like, I'm supposed to be here at 11 and I got here at 10:43. So I would rather be early than late because hair appointments are very strict about, like, some places are strict, I guess it depends on where you go, but driving in the cities is always a shit show because where I am living, everyone drives really slow and look a little bit more courteous, a little more small town Minnesota driving, and then you come to the cities and everyone's like, move. So I have to like change the way I drive in order to, like, I have to adapt basically to how everyone's driving here, but like I have to drive a little bit more assertively or aggressively, otherwise it's like you can't get anywhere. Like you don't have to, obviously, but yeah. I may or may not record a little bit of the hair chopping. I'm not getting a lot taken off. I'm not getting a trim, so I'm getting an actual haircut. Like, I'm getting a hair cut off like a couple inches, but I'm not gonna do like anything too crazy. Just because specifically the type of haircut I'm getting is like more of like a long haircut. This lady, I guess she specializes in longer haircuts, like if you're keeping your length, so hopefully it goes well and hopefully I like it. That other lady that I usually see only works on the weekdays and I'm saving my PTO, so I had to come on a Saturday instead, and she had a booking open. The other lady had a booking open, not my usual lady, so sorry, that was kind of confusing, huh? Anyway, I'm gonna go find a bathroom because I was drinking coffee my whole way up here, and yeah, and I need to use the bathroom. Okay, you guys, so this is it. I really felt like she took off like way more hair than it felt like she took off much more hair. Like I was like, oh, she took off like 3 or 4 inches. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was only like 2 inches. Because if you look at it, it's like, okay, it's like right here, right? So I was thinking it was gonna be more up here. But it's actually not much. Like, I can tell that it's shorter, but like, it used to be like more like down here, and I just feel like that's not a lot. Like, I feel like she only did 1.5 inches or 2 inches. I don't know, maybe my perception is off. Like, it just doesn't feel like a lot, because I told her that I wanted it to stay below my breasts, that she couldn't take off as much as like I thought it would be, if that makes sense. Anyway, she did my bangs too. They always look so awkward when they first get cut. So like, you can tell that they're just like freshly chopped. They're very like, I did ask her to texturize them a little bit, but I don't think she texturized as much, like, because I showed her some like reference photos, and I think she was trying to make them look more like the reference photos, which is totally fine because that's what they're there for, right? So she did it really, I feel like she did a really good job. She did exactly what I asked her to do. She took off enough hair that it feels very fresh, and like there's not a bunch, like I'm not carrying a bunch of split ends. And it's actually interesting because she actually told me that I didn't have a lot of split ends, even though like I feel like I do. She just said that the ends were really dry. So I was like, actually kind of, that's like the first time I've heard that. I was like, because I always think that because my hair is tangling, like when it gets all tangled up, means that there's a bunch of split ends and like length needs to be chopped off. But she just was like, oh yeah, no, like your ends are just kind of dry looking. So she just, said like, use like, mask conditioners or whatever. Which, yeah, I guess she was very modest about it, which was actually really nice. It's refreshing because I haven't had too many bad experiences with hairstylists. Like I've obviously had some miscommunication stuff with hairstylists before, but I always hear like nightmare stories about women with long hair going in to get their hair cut. Like they'll be like, hey, I'm gonna get my hair cut, and they'll get like 5 inches chopped off when they only ask for like a trim or 1 inch. Because like the hairstylist is, and then like the hairstylist will like completely invalidate them by being like, oh well, it'll grow back, it's just hair, it'll grow back. And it's like, yeah, it's just hair to you, but it's not on it's not on your head, so you don't have to deal with it. And I know a lot of women, they get really, and I mean, I don't know about guys, but I know for a lot of women get very emotionally attached to their hair. And sometimes women will feel like it's like their only good like future. I know for the longest time I felt like, because I like suffered from acne, and I still do, a lot of times I feel like my hair is my only pretty future, and like, oh, look, my hair looks so nice, I take really good care of my hair. Not that I don't take good care of like the rest of myself, but it's like, it feels like it's just like that one thing that sticks out for you. So to have like a hairstylist like just chop it off and then just be like, oh, it'll go back. I know for me, my hair grows super duper slow. I know I mentioned that in like, I think in another video that I posted, but it just grows super slow. And it takes forever for it to grow out. Like, it took forever for me to grow out. Like, I had like a chopped up, like layered haircut, I think 3 years ago, and I think it was 3 years ago, and it took so long for it to grow out. Now it's finally getting all to like that one length. Like, I still have some layers here, but God, it took forever to grow out. So I'm just happy where I'm at. I'm happy with my haircut. I think it looks really good. I think the cat thinks it looks really good. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get something to eat because it's already 2 o'clock and I haven't really eaten anything. All I had was coffee. I mean, that coffee drink is like 300 calories right there, so, but still, I need to eat something. So, I'll be back.